Today, we're stepping aboard the newest cruise ship on the planet, Princess Cruises Star Princess. But this isn't just a tour. We're going to dig into everything. The spaces you don't see in the brochures, give you our best tips, and yes, we'll be putting the food to the test. And by the end, we'll tell you honestly, with no fluff, whether or not this brand new megaship is truly worth sailing on. Welcome to Barcelona. We're here in Spain for our 7-night cruise aboard the brand new Star Princess. Let's do this, shall we? Let's get on and explore. We grabbed a local taxi straight from the airport to the port, and it cost €45, or about $52. Now, Ubers were technically an option, but the wait times were ridiculous, so a taxi was definitely the better call. We'd already checked into the cruise on the Princess Cruises app before we arrived, so our digital boarding passes were all ready to go on our phones, which was super handy. Once we arrived at the port, we dropped our bags, joined what looked like an absolutely massive line, but honestly, it moved very quickly. And then came the exciting bit, picking up our ocean medallions. These are little round discs you wear or carry around your neck. You can also buy things like watch straps as well, which I've got from our last cruise, and they're really great. They open your cabin door automatically. You can pay for drinks, even order things to wherever you are on the ship, and just like that, we were on board. Yay! Now, once on board, we immediately tried to book dining and shows through the app because we had difficulty doing this before the cruise. And of course, once on board, the app refused to cooperate. But the concierge team were brilliant. We went straight to the desk and they sorted everything out for us. Next up was the safety muster drill. We watched the required video on our phones, popped over to our muster station to check in, and that was it. All done. Right, enough admin. Let's go and explore this brand new ship.
Où est le buffet? Bonjour, je m'appelle Ben. Oui, parlez-vous français? La dolce vita. Oh, wrong language.
This is what he's been like since he started learning French with Babbel.
Ah, il fait beau.
Yes, Ben, it's a lovely day.
Oh, merci mon amour. J'adore le café.
Now you speak in my language.
But seriously, I've been using Babbel, one of the top language learning apps in the world.
Bonjour Linda, tout va bien?
I decided to brush up on my French because we're here in Marseille, France, and I completely butchered trying to order a croissant. I accidentally ordered 12 napkins and a large horse. Oops. And what I genuinely really love about it is that it's actually designed by real language experts, not AI. You're going to be learning actual conversation and how to speak the language. The lessons are short, easy to fit into our busy schedule, and it can help you start speaking a brand new language in just 3 weeks. It's like having a whole language school in my pocket. But thankfully, I'm not wearing tight trousers because there's no way I'm fitting a whole school in there. And if it's not for you, there's a 20-day money-back guarantee. So click our link in the description section below because we've got a fantastic deal for you, up to 55% off a Babbel subscription. And we would love to know what language you would love to learn. Let us know in the comment section below.
So we are on board the ship, and yes, it has that new ship smell to it, which we absolutely love. We're going to explore all of this ship, and we're going to take you along with us, starting at the very bottom of the ship, going all the way up to the top.
Oh, it's such a treat to be on a brand new ship. There is no feeling like it. We're going to head down to deck 6 at the very front and make our way through deck by deck. We're going to be stopping along the way as well. We're going to need some food and definitely some coffee as well. So come join us whilst we explore the ship together. So here on deck 6, there isn't really that much. You do have the guest services desk, however. This is where you come if you have any issues or problems or need to talk to the cruise staff to resolve any of those problems. And it's its own little area. It is quite hidden, so it's quite difficult to find. That's something you're going to find on this ship, that some of the areas are a little bit difficult to get to. There's also a lot of cabins on this deck, as well as one of the kids clubs that we got to have a look around. So it's called the Firefly Park, and it's really cool. It's just a little area for the kids. So I think Princess are really trying to make this more of a multi-generational cruise ship where the kids can come and enjoy it as well. Anyway, let's head through the bunch of cabins and see what else we've got on this deck.
Yeah, it's a really random deck. We've just walked through a bunch of cabins to get to the next part. which is the Lotus Spa. Obviously, every cruise ship has a spa, and on here it's got quite a big one. It's got all your usual spa treatments, all an extra cost. But if you're into that sort of thing, make sure you do book them.
There's also a main dining room somewhere on deck 6 as well, but we can't get through to it, so I think we've got to go up a deck, go all the way across to the aft of the ship, so the back of the ship, then go down again. So let's go do that. Bit weird ship design that is, but hey, it is what it is.
So we found the restaurant, deck 6 aft. It's a little bit like a labyrinth, but we've got there in the end.
So this is one of the 2 main dining rooms on board, and this one's called Aurora, and it's very, very large. It's right at the back of the ship, and it spans the entire width of the deck as well. So there's lots of seating in here. You'll be assigned one of the dining rooms if you're on the normal traditional time dining. And what I really like about this dining room and the dining room we're going to show you in a little bit, because they are close together, is the windows at the back. So it's got some beautiful panoramic windows all the way across the back. And if you look up, you can see the next level of the dining room as well, which is really lovely. So this is a really great space. Now it's going to be open for breakfast and dinner every single day. Plus it'll be open for lunch as well on sea days. So it's a really nice space. It looks very modern, very much like dining rooms on any other ship. Anyway, we're done with deck 6. There wasn't much on this deck. Let's go back to the front and head up to deck number 7, and we'll show you around there. So at the very front of the ship on deck number 7, we have the Princess Arena. Now this is the main theatre on board where you're going to see all of the big shows, like the production shows with all of the cast, visiting acts, things like magicians and comedians and things. Now this is quite a small theatre for the size of the ship. It's kind of like a round shaped theatre, and it doesn't have as many seats as you'll find on ships of the same size. So our recommendation, having been on this type of ship before, the Sun Princess, is to get there nice and early. You don't have to book the shows, you just need to arrive in plenty of time. So we recommend getting there sort of 30 minutes before a show, just to make sure you do get one of the seats, because they do fill up and they do sell out, so it will be only standing room. So if you want a seat, get there nice and early. But we're looking forward to seeing some of the shows on board.
And just on the other side of the ship, I remember this from previous Princess cruises, is good spirits at sea. And today's demonstration will be given by Ben Hewitt.
I know, should we do some shaking and cocktail shaking? Because this venue is really, really cool. I really like it. Now it is very small and kind of tucked away, so it's easy to not find it, but it is a lovely space. I love all of the theming in here as well, and these tables that light up are very, very cool. Definitely going to have some good times where we're going to be in good spirits in here later on. Sorry, bit cheesy. Anyway, let's move on deck number 7.
As we walk towards the centre of the ship, there's 3 sets of elevators. There's forward, mid, aft, and very aft actually. There's 4 sets of elevators, but it could be easy to get lost, but the ship's packed full of technology, so it's got screens everywhere showing you where you are on the ship. So there's like deck plans, there's one here showing you what's going on, so that's all over the ship. But the thing we love the most, talking about elevators or lifts as we call them, is the fact that you just choose your deck and it tells you to go to a lift. There's no lift bingo, you're not sort of waiting, and it's so simple and it makes it so much smoother. We've seen these on a few different cruise ships and I'm so happy that they're on here.
So as we come towards the centre of the ship, we've got Princess Live, which is one of the entertainment venues here on board. It's a multi-purpose venue. You'll find things like karaoke, game shows, they even show movies in here at times. There's a bar in there as well if you want to grab a drink, which is great. Then on the opposite side, we've got the Butcher's Block by Dario. This is a specialty restaurant, so an extra pay restaurant. Now, if you do have the Princess Premium package, all of your specialty meals are included in the price of the cruise, which is pretty cool. So this is a specialty restaurant that serves lots of meat, specifically beef, so expect lots of cow on your table because you're going to be overwhelmed with the amount of meat in here, and we're going to be trying this restaurant on our cruise as well. So make sure you stay subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the like button. It really helps us out, plus you'll see all of our future things we're going to do here on Star Princess. Really looking forward to trying out that restaurant because we did it on Sun Princess and it was a lot of fun.
What tab of the morning? We're in OMalleys Irish Pub. That's just next door to Butcher's Block. I'm so sorry, Ireland, for the accent. It was terrible. This pub is your traditional Irish bar. You see these on a lot of cruise ships. Lots of different ales. It has live music. They even do food in here as well, which is like a casual dining venue of pub favourites. That's included on the Princess Plus and Premier packages.
Don't know if that accent was Jamaican
American, David, or Irish. But anyway, this venue is really nice. I do like it. I love the theming in here. It feels very realistic, almost like we're at home, even though Ireland isn't home. What I do like about this venue is that it's boxed in, so you can still see out through the windows to the rest of the ship, but you don't have any music bleed. We're finding on a lot of ships these days, you get a lot of music overlapping through all of the different venues, but because this is kind of blocked off, but with still the windows, it's really nice. And I do love that little clock there as well. Anyway, we're gonna move upwards, or should I say inwards, towards the center of the ship and show you the center heart, the main atrium. So let's go, David, let's go have a look. Oh, but first, I see coffee and I see cake, and we've not had any yet, so let's go check out the Crooners Bar here in the atrium first. Oh, so David, what have you ordered me from Currants?
What did you just call me?
Coffee Currants, the bar name.
Oh, I got you a cheeky coffee, Ben.
Got our coffee. I've went for my favourite. So I've got an iced coffee with a shot of salted caramel. They didn't have any hazelnut and some soy milk. Let's have a little try. Now this is one of the extra pay coffees. Now you can get included in the price of your cruise coffee, so free coffee in other places, which we'll show you in a little while. But you can use all of your drinks packages there as well, which is fabulous. But also went and got a treat. Super excited. Look at this baby. Oh, she looks good. Oreo stuffed donut. How beautiful is that? So that's from the Crooners Bar. Let's go have a little try, shall we? Oh, well, spank my buns and call me a baker's dozen. That is wonderful. It's so light and fluffy. Loving this, David. And the ship isn't very busy yet because we managed to get on really early, which is really nice. So we're going to have our coffee, then get cracking on with the ship tour because we've got lots to show you. No, it's mine. Hands off. If you want one, you can go get yourself one, David. There's plenty to go around.
I did get myself one, that's mine.
Do you say something?
You know how much we love our coffee, and it's great they've got a lovely coffee shop. One thing we like with Currants is the fact that it's got nice comfortable seating, but then some amazing views because it's got some windows on this side which are lovely. You can even see into the sphere bubble thing off the side of the ship that's on either side, which is really nice. And them snacks are all complimentary as well.
So the coffee bar, Currants Coffee Bar, is located right next to the Piazza. So that's the atrium of the ship. And it's a big circular space, which is set over 3 different decks. Now this is a bit of an entertainment venue. It's got seating around each deck, which we're going to show you a little bit later on. And it's kind of like the heart of the ship. So it's the middle of the ship where lots of things happen, lots of parties and stuff like that, as well as game shows and other things throughout the day. You have live entertainment here as well during different times of the day. And it is a lovely space. Now, having been on Sun Princess, I don't think it's the best space for entertainment just because it is quite difficult to get a good view. Just because of all of the barriers in the way and the kind of glass on all of the different decks, it's not the best space in my opinion, but it does look very pretty. It looks very modern and quite different to the other Princess Cruises ships. It doesn't look quite as traditional. It looks a lot more modern and kind of bland maybe. Lots of browns and greys and creams. It doesn't have the wow factor of the other ships, but it is a nice space. Anyway, there's a few other venues around this area on Deck 7. Let's go take a look at those, shall we?
So just off from that Piazza, we've got another specialty restaurant, so that means it is an extra charge. And this one is the Catch by Rudy, and it's a seafood restaurant. Now, on Sun Princess, this was a different restaurant, so this is a new concept. And it looks really lovely in here. I particularly love the setup with the plates. It looks very, very fancy, and it's quite a small, intimate restaurant. So if you do want to book some specialty dining, we recommend that you do it as soon as you can because they do tend to sell out.
And just next door to Rudy's, we've got the Belinis cocktail bar as well. So it's kind of on the opposite side of the coffee bar. Again, this is a really nice space. You've got some comfortable seating, tables for 2, bigger tables, and some nice comfy sofas. Lots of cocktails can be ordered here, especially if you've got one of those drinks packages. And just like the other side, you've got a complete reflection. So you've got all of those lovely windows with that big sphere. Again, it feels very modern and fresh and not quite as princess as the older ships. They're definitely moving forward with a fresher look, and I do kind of like it, but it does get very busy from what I remember on Sun Princess because these areas are not that big for a ship this size. But hey, that's it for the Piazza on Deck 7. Let's move towards the back of the ship and see what we find.
So we're heading towards the back of the ship now. We're going through the shops of Princess. Looks like there's quite a few shops on here actually. Got a merchandise store. There's tons of merchandise. I'll have to have a look in that later. We are still docked, so they're all closed at the moment. They don't open until you're actually out to sea. But it's all your usual stuff. You tend to see a lot of the same shops on every single cruise now. So there'll be like sunglasses, fashion, jewellery, all that kind of stuff. But this is a very big shopping space.
Oh, that is a lot of shops. Anyway, what do we have here next? Oh, we've got the Wheelhouse bar. Now, this is a favourite on Princess Cruises. We really like this on other ships. This one seems much less nautical themed. So we don't have all of those nods to all of the ships and things like that. It's a lot more modern, a lot more Marriott Hotel maybe. Very modern seats, blues and creams and things like that. Quite a small area as well, but lots of comfortable seating. I don't see anywhere for live music or a piano or anything like that here, so it is just a bar on this ship. Just next door to that we've got Crown Grill, which is one of the other specialty restaurants. Now this one is really famous on Princess Cruises. I think it's on all of their ships. It's the American Steakhouse, so you can enjoy all of your steak favourites in here. And it's a nice space. It looks very comfortable, very modern, very chic. And what I do like about all these venues is that they have windows all the way around. You know how much we love to see the sea. You're on a ship after all, so you want to see it, right? And just next door to that you've got a very small art gallery, which is nice to see because we don't like those massive art galleries that take up loads of space. You only need a little one, so that's nice and small at the back there. And I think we've just got one more venue to do on deck 7 at the very back, and then we're done with this deck.
So, at the very after the ship, we have Celestial, which is another one of the main dining rooms. This is just one deck above from the main dining room Aurora, which we showed you earlier on deck 6.
Oh, we've just power walked all the way to the front of the ship again on deck number 8. Now, this isn't a small ship by any means. She holds 4,300 people. At the very front of deck 8, you've got the upper level of the arena, the main theatre that we talked about earlier on. Then the first thing you come to after that is the casino. And it's a very large casino indeed. It's called the Princess Casino. You've got lots of different machines. You've got some cool LED screens all around the roof as well, which is pretty fancy. Then you've got lots of tables as well. Now, one thing walking through here that I can't see is a bar, which is very unusual. You usually always have a bar here in the casino, but there isn't one in this one, so that's something to bear in mind. It's not the biggest casino I've seen, but it's fairly large. Anyway, let's walk through back to the centre of the ship, shall we?
Yeah, we've had a quick look around. We still can't find the bar. That's very strange. I wonder if it's so they could squeeze even more machines in by not having a bar, or maybe so people don't use their drinks packages and they could save a few bucks there. Let us know what you think in the comments.
So we are back in the Piazza on that middle deck, so the sandwich deck. And the first thing on the left-hand side is Makoto Ocean, which is a sushi bar and kind of seafood restaurant. It's quite a small space, but it's kind of like al fresco dining. You're kind of in the middle of the ship and you've got windows all across the side as well, which is really lovely. We do love the theming here. It feels a little bit like dining on a terrace or something like that in Europe, say. But yeah, it's a nice little space. Let's go explore what else we can see around the Piazza on this deck.
Like we commented earlier, there is seating on each level overlooking that central space, the performance space, but it's a little bit awkward, like most of the seats just don't have a great view. Even sitting here, I'm sort of having to look up a little bit and sort of lean around, and I'm only really getting half the view of the floor below, and the further up you get, the worse it gets.
Right next door to Makoto Ocean, you've got a little shore excursion desk where you can book all of your shore excursions. Of course, you can do this before your cruise, or you can do your own thing in port, but it's nice to see a small space. Right, let's see what else we've got.
Next up, we have Umai, which is another specialty restaurant. This one's interesting because it's kind of a two-part restaurant. Part teppanyaki, where the chef cooks and entertains you at the table, and then you've also got hot pot as well, where you can make your own ramen, which is very lovely indeed.
I like it in here. This is giving me great Gatsby vibes. It's an old favourite. It's Crooners, the bar, and it's just off the side of that Piazza. I absolutely love that bar space. It looks so cool. It has like a big selection of cocktails in here, martinis, whiskey cocktails and stuff like that. They also do live music in here on the grand piano. but how inviting does that space look? I just want to sit there with a cigar and a cocktail in my hand, even though I don't smoke. Maybe a chocolate cigar. Do they still do them now?
Oh, I think this is one of the venues I remember from Sun Princess. It's called Spellbound. It's kind of a brand new concept. So basically it's like a cocktail lounge where you can pay to go in. I think it's $45 per person. I think you've got to be over 13 to do this as well. And basically you get 2 cocktails included in the price, then a magic show from a magician from the Magic Castle in Los Angeles. So it's a really cool venue. We got to do this on Sun Princess and it was really good. Now at the time then, it used to be a dining package that was a lot more expensive. So they seem to have reduced the cost a little bit to make it a little more appetizing. Now it isn't included on any of your drinks packages or the premium package or anything like that. It is an extra charge. Hopefully we get a little sneak peek in there at some point. Ooh. Heading towards the back of the ship, and what's this? We've got another casino. What's this all about? Very strange indeed. So it's a much smaller version of the other casino. I wonder if it's the non-smoking part of the casino. That's all I can think of. Very strange indeed. And then just after that, it looks like we've got even more shops. It's like a bloomin' floating shopping mall, isn't it? Or a floating city at sea. Let's go explore.
We've got shops, more shops, and even more shops. So maybe bring your credit card. On this side, we have Sabatinis, Italian trattoria, Italian specialty restaurant. So again, an additional cost. You find this on lots of Princess cruise ships. It's very, very popular, but I think it actually has a new menu on this ship. So we're looking forward to trying that on our cruise. Again, it's a really lovely, intimate space. This one's quite dark and moody. It has great theming. It feels very comfortable in there. Again, it's quite small though, so do make a reservation if you do want to try it.
And at the very back of the ship on deck 8, we've got the Sanctuary restaurant, which is the suite restaurant, but we're going to be showing you all about that in our video just dedicated to the suite areas.
So finally on deck 8, at the very back of the ship is the Wake View Terrace. Now this is a little outdoor pool space. It's got comfortable lounges, it's got a little pool area, some hot tubs. Strangely enough though, you might actually miss this when you're on your cruise, because to get to it, you have to either walk through the Sanctuary restaurant or go up to deck 9, outside, along the outdoor decks and down the stairs to get to it. So it is a little bit tucked away. You can also access it by the 2 lifts that are at the very aft of the ship. But this is a nice space, especially when you're cruising at sea, because you get some fab wake views, and also you get some fabulous views of the back of the ship as well, where you can look all the way up to the very top. But I really like the infinite pool, especially when you are sailing. It is a really awesome view. Right, let's head up to deck 9.
So we've came up to deck 9, which is the top area of the Piazza or the atrium area. Now half of this deck is actually cabins. So you got cabins on one side, and then let me tell you about what you can find around the atrium area. First up on one side, you've got Alfredos Pizzeria. Now this is a great place. It's one of the casual dining restaurants. So you can eat here as part of the cruise of what you've already paid if you've got the Princess Premium or Plus package, or you can actually pay a la carte to eat here as well. But it's a great restaurant where all of the pizzas are made fresh in an oven just in the restaurant, and let me tell you, it's really yummy. I can't wait to try that out. There's a lovely little seating area with some nice windows as well. Then just next door to that, you've got the Future Cruise and Loyalty Desk. So this is the place you can book all of your future cruises, or if you've got any problems with your loyalty. We always recommend making sure that you sign up as part of the loyalty club on every cruise line you do, because it comes with loads of cool perks. You can get things like free laundry, extra benefits and things like that. We always recommend it. Take a look at the Princess Cruises website if you want to see what all of the loyalty statuses mean. Then on the other side, we've got another Princess Cruises favorite. We've got the International Cafe, and I just love this place. So it's got an array of different drinks and coffees, as well as a full bar. They're all an extra charge, but what is included is all of those yummy snacks. So there's lots of cakes and sandwiches and cookies, and let me tell you, they are really, really good. A lot of cruise lines are making lots of cuts to this sort of thing, but Princess Cruises, by the looks of it, are still doing a great job because there's lots of really yummy snacks. There's also a lovely little seating area, and then, oh my gosh, every cruise line is doing this. Let's go do it. I'm a bit scared. Oh, now why do cruise lines always do this to me? Putting in glass walkways. It is terrifying, but it is a pretty cool feature. Again, you've got all of these windows around the side where you can see the sphere kind of design off the side of the ship. But my gosh, guys, it is a little bit terrifying, but you can look down as well to the decks below, which is really cool. And this is just by the International Cafe, so lots of seating all around this area. And like David mentioned earlier on, the seating up here, looking down at the Piazza, is probably the last place I'd choose to watch a show or entertainment from, because it has the worst views up here. Some of the seats just have no views at all, and you've almost got to stand up to look over and see what's going on because there's lots of things in the way, or you're just too far back. So if you want the best seat, get there nice and early and do it on the lowest deck, so deck number 7. Then if that's not available, do deck number 8. Anyway, let's go explore what's here on deck number 9.
Well, this is unusual, isn't it? Because the buffet on the ship is not on the top decks like it usually is on most cruise ships. This is actually on deck 9, so just off the sort of atrium area. It's on both sides of the ship. Now, it does get quite busy, especially on those peak times like boarding day or lunch or dinners, but that's like every buffet, isn't it, on every single cruise ship. So this is called the Eatery, and so far from what we've seen of the selection, it looks pretty good. You've got quite a big range of stuff. There's a pasta station, there is meats, there is a salad bar, there's curries, there's your usual fries and chicken tenders, there's lots of desserts, there's even a noodle station as well. And actually, it looks like there's different stuff on each side, so it's not just a repetition on both sides. There's a big drink station in here, your usual stuff. As you already know, you get your buffet coffee, which is the included coffee that we lovingly call the buffet coffee. You get your teas, your juices, and your waters. Now, this one has something unique that I've just spotted, and it's the grab and go section. I love that because it means you can just grab something and take it somewhere else on the ship. It comes in little plastic containers and it has a selection of salads, sandwiches, and some snack things. Love that idea. Do you know what? Actually, standing here and talking about all this food's making me pretty darn hungry, and it's way past our lunchtime, so should we put the food to the test?
Let's do it. Oh, so this is really, really nice. So we've grabbed our food and we've came out to the wrap-around deck, which is connected to the Eatery buffet and several other venues on this deck. And it really is quite a large outdoor area. So it's a big, quite wide promenade deck with lots of comfy seating. You've got tables like this as well, and then some chairs which look off the side of the ship as well. You've also got a grill and a bar around here as well, which is really good. And this goes all the way to the back of the ship with some lovely seats all around, so there's plenty of outdoor space, which is what we like to see. Now, for my lunch, because I am feeling a bit hungry, we went to the buffet on boarding day, guys, but because it's got this big outdoor area, there's lots more seats, and it doesn't feel as hectic as it normally does. I went for a salad, so a lovely healthy salad. So you can always eat healthy on a cruise. You don't have to eat all of the naughty food all of the time. We're going to save that for later on in this video, but we do have some treats as well. The salad bar is really good. They had just about everything. I went for a massive smorgasbord topped with some nice grilled chicken on top as well. So it looks very tasty but healthy at the same time. Let me go try, have a little try. But yeah, very impressed with the food offering in there. It's very good. I was saying to David, it's up there with celebrity cruises in terms of buffet, because some of the buffets on some cruise ships are a little bit rubbish now, but this one's pretty good. So very impressed with Star Princess's buffet. Just unusual that it's on this deck. Crisp salad, lovely warm tender chicken, really delicious potato salad as well. Very nice indeed. This will keep me going for a few hours until our lovely meal tonight, because we're doing a brand new one. Very lovely. What did you get, David?
Sorry, did you say crisp salad? Like chips? Like crisps?
No, like crispy and delicious and fresh.
Oh, I thought you would pour a bag of chips on top of your salad. Do I even attempt it?
What?
Do I battle eating my noodles? Because I got the stir-fried noodles. Do I attempt chopsticks?
Oh yeah, of course you can do it, David. You've got this. I have trust in you.
Bear with. I see a disaster happening here very shortly.
Well, this is what happens when you wear white. Well, hey, he done it. He can't talk because he's covered his microphone.
Great selection of food. Lots of different offerings, and like I mentioned earlier, I like the fact they've got like the live or the cooking stations where they cook it fresh. They did noodles fresh, or you could just grab and go, and they did pasta fresh as well, which was nice to see.
Now, if you didn't already know this, I personally think Princess Cruises has some of the best cookies in the business, so we went for all 3.
Is that an official award there, Ben?
I think it might be. Just look how beautiful this is. It's so gorgeous. Oh, it smells lovely. I think this is a peanut butter cookie. Let's have a little try, shall we? Cookie of the Year award. I think Princess Cruises has it. It really does. That is delicious. Also went for a chocolate chip cookie as well. It's got like melted chocolate in the middle, and it's got that perfect crunch to soft chewy ratio as well. Very delicious indeed. I guess this makes a second time we're doing breakfast dessert. I love it. Anyway, going to finish with these cookies, then take you further on with the ship tour, because there's still plenty to see.
This is my dream, to be bathed in a cup of coffee. Imagine if you had a cup of coffee this big every single morning. This would get me going every day. So, just after the eatery, there is another buffet, and this one's called the American Diner. If you are looking for extra space, definitely come check out in here, because it looks like it doesn't get as busy as the eatery. It's got like American classics in this buffet, so burgers, hot dogs, buffalo wings, and American breakfast. I love all the retro vibe in here, like the kind of like 60s sort of feeling. It's quite cool. Yeah, a great venue. Right, that's it for the middle decks. Let's continue our tour.
So heading up to deck number 17 now, David.
Let's do it.
Wow, this is in a bit of a strange location, our next venue. It's on deck 17, but whilst we were walking towards it, we came across one of the laundromats. This is one of the great things about Princess Cruises. They have complimentary to use laundromats, kind of. They're self-service, so they're not complimentary, you've got to pay for them, but it's a nice little room. They're on several decks. They've got an ironing board, so if you need to iron anything, because you can't bring irons on board a ship. Plus they've got a few machines in there as well, and they've got all the things like the detergents and fabric conditioners, all for an extra charge as well, which is really good. But it's something that's really nice to see on a cruise ship, because if you've got a formal night or some of your clothes are looking a little bit rough after the journey, you can just pop in there and use one of those, which is really good, and you don't have to pay for that expensive dry cleaning.
We've also got to give a big shout out to all of our patrons. Our patrons help us to create honest, unbiased content like this, where we fully pay for the cruise ourselves. You too can become a patron. Just click the link in the description section below. In return, we give you lots of things like extra full-length episodes nobody else gets to see, early access to our videos, ad-free access to our videos, as well as a monthly video chat, and much more.
The next venue is right at the back of the ship. It's one of the restaurants we've never done before, and it is in a bit of a strange location because you have to walk through loads of cabins first. That's one thing we're finding on the ship. It is a bit of a dodgy layout in some areas. Lots of having to go up and down and back and forward. A little bit confusing, but you do start getting used to it after a few days.
Okay, so first things first, warning, annoying vlogger thing, talking into a mic because there's really loud music playing. But we've came into love by Britto. This is the first time that we've seen this, because on Sun Princess, this wasn't ready. And it's lovely. I absolutely love it. love Britto. Lots of love all around. It's right at the back of the ship, so you're getting some views off the aft, so some fab windows. But the artwork is like so me. If I designed a restaurant, this is how I'd do it, because even just look at the plates, how awesome they are. They've got like the Britto designs on the plates, they're on the walls. Wow, this is such a cool restaurant, and I can't wait to try it because we have this booked for tonight. So it's going to be our first specialty restaurant on board. Very exciting.
So also on deck 17, we've came to the very front of the ship now, and we have the Seaview Terrace. So this is an area that overlooks the entire front of the ship. It's kind of semi-covered with some glass as well, and it's over a few different decks. So it's cascading over a few different decks. You've got lots of lovely sunbeds here, comfortable seating areas, little pods to chill out in. You've also got a bar right in the center as well, which is nicely placed, so you're never too far from a drink. Plus you've got 2 hot tubs, and you've got a nice little pool as well, which is very lovely. And this pool is a little bit unusual because you can actually swim into the next venue we're going to show you, the Dome. But yeah, it really is lovely. It's a nice outdoor sunbathing area, and it does feel very relaxing indeed. Anyway, should we go have a look at the giant thing sticking out at the top of the ship, also known as the Dome?
So like Ben mentioned, that swimming pool outside brings you into the Dome. Now this is a climate controlled solarium space. It's located over decks 17 and 18 with cascaded seating looking down towards the pool, which also converts into a stage. So they do entertainment in here on an evening. Now it's a little bit small. We know from Sun Princess that the entertainment gets very busy in here and you will struggle to get a seat. Really, it could have been a lot bigger. It kind of would have made more sense if it kind of went all the way to the front of the ship and covered the whole front of the ship rather than just been this little domain area. But during the day, it's quite relaxing in here. They've got lovely music playing in the background. It's climate controlled, like I said, which is great for a hot or a cold cruise. And all the sun loungers look quite plush and comfortable.
Yeah, apart from it being a little bit small, it really is a lovely space. It's really quite pretty. Just on the lower deck, you've got some lovely fountains as well, which is a really nice art piece. And on one side, you've got a bar, so you can get drinks from there as well. And there's some little seating areas to chill out in here, especially nice on a very hot day or a cool day, because it's a nice area to come and relax no matter what the weather's like. But yeah, pretty spectacular. Just like David said, just needs to be a tidge little bit bigger. So if you do want to see the shows in here, again, come nice and early and you'll have no issues at all. You've just got to plan correctly, then it's all going to be good. Anyway, now we're going to show you all of the outdoor deck space area up on the top decks.
So we're outside now, walking to the back of the ship, and just after the dome, you've got a few food places, because don't forget, the buffet's not up here, it's all the way downstairs on the lower decks. So there's a couple of different options. There's a salad bar, there's also a burger and hot dog place. There's also a place doing pizzas and kebabs or shawarmas, and a bar. So it's great that you actually still have food options while you're on the upper decks. You don't have to go all the way down to the lower decks to the buffet to grab some food. You can grab it up here.
So let's talk about the pool deck spaces around deck 17 and 18. So on the lower decks, deck 17, across the sides you've got lots of seating, tables and chairs and things like that, so you can enjoy that food. There's another bar on the opposite side. Then in the center you've got two large pools, which is really, really nice, as well as two hot tubs, one on either side. Now they're very large hot tubs, which is really great. And then all around the pool space area you've got different sunbeds, you've got some lounges that are in the water itself, and then one deck up here on deck 18 you've got another two hot tubs. Well, actually 4 hot tubs I can see. I only thought I saw 2 there. That's really good. So you've got 6 hot tubs around this space, which is pretty impressive for a ship this size. And again, you've got lots of sun lounges all the way around, which is pretty cool as well. So you can just chill out and relax on these top decks. And again, you can see off the side of the ship, which is really fabulous. So plenty of room to just chill out and relax and take it in. There's also a screen as well across this area where Princess Cruises do something called Movies Under the Stars. So you can come out and watch a movie. They'll set up the chairs outside looking towards the screen and bring you popcorn and things like that. So that's a nice little thing to do as well. Right, onwards and upwards. Our tour is almost done, but there's still a little bit more to see.
I think I found a secret spot, because on deck 17 at the aft there is some sunbeds here, and it's kind of like an area where there's nothing else down here. So if you're looking for a sunbed, this might be a good spot, because it's really quiet over here. Like, there's no music or anything. Actually, at the very end of here is the sanctuary, and you can't get access to it from here. So the sanctuary is a suite only sun deck, which we will show you in next week's video, all about the suite decks and everything included with a suite. But for now, we're going to see what else is up here.
So we've came to the top of the ship now. This is deck 19, and it's a little bit of an interesting one, because on Sun Princess this was called Park 19, and it was an area which had things like climbing frames, ropes courses, even little rides and things, but it never materialized. They actually had to remove it from the ship. Now the rumors is that it didn't get certified for use, so it doesn't appear on this ship at all either, which is such a shame, because it was a great thing for the kids to do, because Princess do seem to be attracting more families these days. But there is still a few things up here. It is a little bit plain in my opinion. There's a few seating areas across a few different decks, and then there's some comfy seating just off the side of the ship. Then you have a sports court as well, which is a multi-use arena where you can play football, basketball, that sort of thing as well. But it is a little bit of a fail in my opinion, because this space looked really cool on Sun Princess. We'll just show you some of the footage now that we took from the tour, because we were on one of the first cruises. It was still there, but it wasn't in use. So it's a very interesting story that nobody really knows about. So if you know about that, let us know in the comment section below, because it is is such a miss. I really think that would have been great on a ship like this. And it does mean that really for kids, there really is no devoted areas. So in my opinion, if you're bringing a family on a cruise, this ship probably isn't the best in my opinion, just because there isn't that much to do for them compared to some of the other cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Norwegian Cruise Line, etc. But hey, it is what it is. Now towards the back of the ship, there is several other seating areas on the decks above as well with sun loungers. You're not going to find it hard to find a sun lounger just because there's so many of them. And another thing that's really nice about this ship is that it's LNG powered, which is liquefied something gas. Nitrate, nutrium? Natural, liquefied natural gas.
Nuclear?
It just means that it's a lot cleaner, so you don't get all of the smog and the smoke and the soot. It does smell a lot nicer, and obviously it is more environmentally friendly as well.
And finally, 16,000 steps later, on deck 18 is the gym. Now it's a pretty decent sized gym, lots of equipment, really good size, and it's open 24 hours a day, which is really good if you're into that kind of thing. But we're not, because we're going to go and relax now. So that's it for our tour of the ship. We're going to nip back down to our cabin, which we're going to show you in next week's episode, so make sure you stay subscribed for that.
So we've had a look at our cabin, we're all unpacked, and we've got dressed for the evening, and we've just had a really cool meal experience. We ate at Love at Britto, where we showed you around earlier on, a specialty restaurant, and it was fabulous. We were joined by our lovely patrons, Bill and his daughter, Michelle. It was really wonderful. We had such a lovely night. It's located at the back of the ship, so we got some amazing views of Sail Away, which was just fabulous as well. But the meal, it was an experience and very much filled with love hearts. There was love hearts on everything, on the drinks that we ordered, on the food that we ordered. It started with a lovely amuse-bouche, which was kind of like a ricotta-filled thingamabob in the shape of a heart. Then we had some soup and some salads, and they were really wonderful. Then for my main course, I had the lamb, which was absolutely delicious, and David had the sea bass, which was wonderful. Then for dessert, David had the cheese plate, and I had the chocolate lava heart cake, and it was de-freaking-licious. Very wonderful and very lovely. We've just watched the show in the dome as well, which is all about candlelight, and it's very pretty. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out our brand new video on another brand new ship with almost the same name, Star of the Seas by Royal Caribbean, the biggest cruise ship in the world. Click now to watch that series. So I guess that's it till next time. Happy cruising!